a rapist can choose the mother of their child.
Ooh. That is, ooh. Well, the topic's a little racy.
Oh, it is? I don't even know it.
So I'm gonna say it.
Uh-oh.
All right, so welcome to another episode of DDA After Class.
Right.
These are the people that stay with us. I always say, we had more people than this. Am I lying, y'all?
No, we had class.
No one wanted to stay.
No, it's Saturday.
So,
We've had a little bit of plans.
Now, people have lives.
Yes.
So this show is basically, we just talk about anything and everything.
Yes.
Love, life, and everything else.
In between.
And today's topic, we are discussing abortion.
Oh.
But here's the question, because
Here's the question.
abortion has been a hot topic.
Very hot
Right?
topic because the world's trying to go crazy.
I'm gonna let you loose, Tiger. I'm
Okay.
gonna let you loose.
So I
But
gotta
this
finish.
particular question is it okay to have an abortion without asking the baby's father?
We had a conversation about
Right?
this.
So that is the question. I'm sure we're gonna go all over the place with this. So who wants to answer that question? So is it okay for a woman to not tell him at all and have an abortion? Who wants to go first?
So, who would like to go first? I'll go first.
Look at y'all.
Let me break the ice.
Yeah.
So they like, this question is, no, well, to me, it's...
Look, Sean, why didn't you tell me this?
So first of all, let me start with abortion should be legal everywhere.
No.
Every single woman in the world should have an option
It's true.
to get an abortion, point blank, period.
I don't understand
No, it's sickening.
how someone else can control that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
How could you control what someone does with their own body?
It doesn't make any sense, but I will say this. My mother was that's why I love older black women, but my mother was hanging out with a friend that was 81, right? Well, first of all, when I first heard the news, I literally broke. Like,
Right.
I was weeping because the life that I have now wouldn't have been available to me if abortions weren't legal.
Right.
So for me personally, I felt so hurt for the girls and the women who just wouldn't get the same opportunity and chance that I
Right.
did. So anyway, it broke me. But when I went to my mother's house, my mother not that sensitive anyway. My mother was like, Michelle, what you crying for? So she was hanging out with her 81-year-old
Yeah, your
friend.
friend.
And the woman said, oh, child, please. Mary up the block gave me an abortion. She gave Tina an abortion, my sister, before like,
The thing
what
is,
are you talking about?
the thing is,
government ain't never been for us anyway.
Yeah.
So what she was saying was,
you can't stop it from happening.
You can't stop
You
it.
can't.
And because we've always had to ride, and I'm talking about black women specifically, because that's the only thing I can
Right.
talk about.
Right, 'cause you're a black woman.
Because I'm a black woman.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
So,
That's so silly.
in terms of our history, especially when I asked my mother, and it didn't become legal till the 70s, but abortion's been, come on now.
Right.
Abortion's been happening. So I was just laughing because they was like, oh,
No,
child.
you know what gets me about the whole abortion thing? Like,
Yeah.
so they were saying even if it was to save the mother's life,
Yeah.
you still can't have an abortion. Let me tell you.
That's so
let me
fucking
let me
crazy.
tell you something.
Yeah.
That's so fucking
Let me tell you
wild.
something. I'm not a violent person, but I'm pulling a John Q.
Yeah.
You better take care of my wife in this hospital or I'm shutting the whole hospital down.
I know
that's
that's
point
right.
blank, period. That's it. And you can take me wherever you got to take me afterwards.
Right.
But you about to take care of
Yeah,
her.
yeah. Oh, but my wife is coming home. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Period.
What pisses me off is so many people, and like Michelle said, like I wouldn't be where I'm at today at 29 with no children because if it wasn't available to me, because my mom was like, no, motherfucker, we're not doing that.
Right.
And I was sad for a little bit, but I got the fuck over it because I was young and I was like, this is probably not the best idea for me.
Right.
I
Right.
made the decision, so I wouldn't have the life that I have if
Right.
it wasn't available to me. So
Exactly.
like you said, I was broken for the young girls who fucked up and you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Made a mistake and they, realized like it's not what I really want to do.
Yes.
I feel for them because I had that opportunity.
Right.
more than once. And it's okay, but like it was there.
In high school, I had so many female friends that had abortions. Please, it's nothing to be ashamed of.
No.
What pisses me off though is like outside of the young girl who made a mistake, right? It's women out here getting raped. It's women out here who's being molested by cousins and uncles and shit, nasty ass men.
And that's the thing.
And, you know what I'm saying? Then what is she supposed to do?
I'm gonna tell you a quote that punched me in the stomach.
This quote is chilling. Wait, this camera better be on. Hold on a second. All right, girl, you better tell them what they said.
So
You better tell them.
This quote literally bent me over in my gut. It's just horrible. A rapist can choose the mother of their child.
Ooh. That is, ooh.
Disgusting.
Because
Isn't that disgusting?
When do you give
has
a criminal those types of options?
Yeah.
So literally,
Are you
if a
kidding
rapist
me?
planned it, they could choose the mother of the child because the female will have no choice. And then in North Carolina, this is real sick. Because, of the defense law, you can kill a woman. It's legal to kill a woman who had the intent of getting an abortion. If your intent was to stop her from getting them, because it's in defense
Of the life
of the
girl, they need to stop.
I know.
Hold on.
Crazy.
In North Carolina, it's legal now. Amanda still shared the details of how that's legal, like the law, the breakdown.
But he got
of
to
it.
know.
Wait a minute.
He got to know
Oh,
that.
so
Back to that original question.
Do you
What he
think
don't know
a man? And now, because of that, especially, I still believe it's a woman's choice.
Yes.
Now, in my opinion, I would tell, but that's who I am.
Yeah.
Who I am as a person.
She will tell everyone.
I tell part of the reason I had to marry Sean is because people say, do you tell everyone you slept with before? I told him every single person, count for count, because I feel like, oh, you know all of me, and you still, wait a minute, you still like me after knowing everything about me? But that release was for me, and so everyone doesn't need that release. So if a woman feels like the person she's with is
And by the way, that actually helped me to trust you more.
Right.
By being so open and honest. I'm like, whoa, you telling me that? Oh, okay. God.
But
All right.
So
we get married. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get married today.
My personal experiences, I would tell.
Right.
But I've made choices where people who I would lay down with is someone that I would tell. Do you understand? In that circumstance. So everyone doesn't have that situation. If you feel like the person A will either hurt you or force you to try to do something that you don't want to do, then I believe you have to do what you have to do. So if you don't end up telling them, then you don't end up telling them.
I think that you should. I mean, and again, like it's an opinion, but I've been in a situation where me making the choice that I made hurt the person.
See, yes.
And if he wouldn't have known, it would have been 10 times
10
worse.
times. That's what I'm saying.
He said, and I fucking quote, this man said, whatever you want to do, that's fine. It's not what I want, but whatever you want to do, that's fine.
You know,
I think I broke him. He's broken.
You know, the funny thing is, I guess I had to get to this place that I'm about to say. Like, at first, I thought it was unfair for the woman to have the choice without considering or consenting with the man. Because for me, first of all, I would definitely want to know. I got to know what's going on, because y'all know how I am. I got to know what's going on, but I can see. Yeah, like I said, it was rough for me. I had to get to that point, because I even think we had a discussion about this years ago, and I was just like, I was mad at Michelle. I was like, no, that's not fair. You have to consider.
It makes sense to see it from that man perspective. That makes sense.
I still think you have to really consider if we're together. So the circumstances are, if we're together, right?
But you added a circumstance.
No, but I'm gonna add one. I'm gonna add one. Okay. I'm just saying, let's say we're together like how we are before we were married, like how we were, and you were pregnant. I would really hope that we can sit down and have a discussion.
100%.
And it really, my thoughts, my views are really considered in making the decision.
Yeah, I think that's very situational too, though.
It is. It is. I think it is. Yeah.
Because because you think about if you're not in that situation, if I agree, that means I got to put up with you for at least 9 more months before I can give you this baby. So I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like if you like, I'm about to single dad this out, like just have my baby.
Yeah.
Dude, I still got to deal with you.
Right. Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a decision that, if I don't want it, but he does, we still got to ride this out until the baby get here.
That's it. And then things change. Yeah, but.
And also about that. So let's say, and I always felt this way. So let's say a woman tells the man, and he says, "I don't want the baby," and he wants her to get an abortion. I do not believe because he said he didn't want it that he gets access to say goodbye. Because I hear some women say, "Well, he don't want the baby and she wants the baby, so he gets to not be a dad."
No.
That doesn't make any sense. So here's the thing. Any child who is born, any child, wanted or not wanted,
You are responsible.
you are the person that made them halfway.
That's
you
it.
made them halfway.
That's it.
Whether the person wanted or not, as a man, your option comes before you release.
That's right.
To me, your option comes. You have an option before you release. After you release, that's it. The option that yours
That's
no
it.
more. The only option you have is to be a daddy.
Or should have played the pullout
and
game.
that's it.
Should have played the pullout game. Yeah.
In that aspect, right? So the man said, "Hey, I don't want this baby.
Yeah. Right.
Here's your 400. Slide to the clinic."
Yeah.
Right.
Now, if sis took
That's
it
how much
upon
it costs
herself,
nowadays.
I don't know.
Back in the day.
I know, it might be
If you want to be asleep, it was
Wait.
6. If you ain't want to be asleep, it was 4.
With inflation, it's probably about $1,200 right now.
Oh my
I ain't paid for
God.
mine. Nigga had to pay the 6 because I wanted to be asleep.
I knocked the fuck out. Count backwards from 10. 10.
Yeah.
Goddamn right. Where you want my hand? Wherever it's supposed to go, huh? So if he said, here's
the 400.
here's the money,
Yeah.
cool. If that motherfucking woman decided after that conversation, you take this cash from this man, and he believes that you're about to go to the clinic.
Right.
You have that baby, and then you turn around and you put this nigga on child support. I want to smack them hoes. Like, I really want to put my hands on them.
Yeah.
Now in that situation, it's different. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So
Because she still has the choice. This choice still, like, she got up until she get to 1 to change her mind. Like,
so,
I want to do it.
What I'm saying is, I'm saying to the.
I know what you're saying.
If you said to the dude, okay, y'all made that agreement, that you went and had that baby,
You saying
and
she's
now you
responsible?
feeling crazy because, oh shit, now I'm by myself.
Right.
Then you go and put that nigga on papers. You fucked up. You shouldn't have done that. Once you decided that you was finna have that baby, you should have went back to the man.
Okay.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying.
okay.
I'm saying
So
there's
wait,
women
you
out
saying he
here
doesn't
saying
know?
he didn't.
I'm going to keep this
said
400 on
okay.
retainer.
Yeah.
Y'all confirmed that y'all wasn't gonna do that.
But wait, my
He
question
gave the
to you
money.
is, does he know that the child was born?
No.
And then he just get put on paper one day.
Come out of nowhere like, oh, by the way, I had the baby, because the conversation, the agreement was you was gonna go to the clinic, and then you changed your mind. You don't go and tell him you changed your mind.
Now, I'm going to say that it's still messed up, but the bottom line is it's still his child.
And he now has to become a father.
And now, see,
I think that's fucked up.
it
That's
is.
so fucked up to
It
me.
is.
But what's more fucked up is
But that's part of the woman having the ultimate choice.
That's real.
You just got to accept it. That's just what it is. It's messed up, but that's what it is.
What's fucked up is to look at a child and say, oh, your daddy said he ain't want you, so he doesn't have a right to be a father. Or he should be a father to you. No. Okay, we know who your father is now. He has to be a father.
Yeah.
Right.
So that man who didn't know, which is real.
That's
messed up,
real. That's low.
He didn't know that he got put on child support.
Yeah.
He should look at his child support and say, oh no, I have to now become a father.
That's it.
And it complicates things so much. And I think one of the things, like, men need to slow down more, because I know for me, having the first scare in college made me reevaluate who I was. Like, ooh, I had to be messed with. Ooh, I had to be right. Ooh, so you started to think a little differently. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's the onus that both parties need to have, because if things go other than how you plan, you might be connected with this person forever.
You know what? That's a good point. I was
Like, I was like, let me slow down. I was like, let me slow down.
And this is for the women who messing with somebody who in your heart you know it ain't right? Because I was in college and while I was with the person, when that happened, I was like, well, I don't want to be with you for
Exactly. I was like, I mean, you fun and all, but
what?
I was like,
Get over you eventually. It's just right now I'm having a moment.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh my God.
Yeah, I was like, girl, you got to slow down and be thinking. You got to think. But
Did you realize?
Sometimes we're forced to think that sooner, but I think guys need to be thinking the same thing as well.
Right?
Like,
You gotta be with them for life.
Yes.
Like, if she crazy,
and also,
she crazy.
also, would this person be a decent parent? Like, would this person be good for the kid we might bring into the world? Like, who is this nigga? Who is this woman? Like, who the fuck are you? And then you like, you got weird traits.
Listen, I start going through the family, like,
Your mama weird. You know what I'm saying?
But you know,
like,
some-
I feel like some men be like, I don't even want to fuck with y'all. Your mom mean. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Just going back to what you said, it's funny. I don't think guys really think like that.
Yeah.
I feel like guys always think they could just leave.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the mother will take care of it.
I'm gonna beat a nigga ass. You got to fight
You know what
me
I'm saying?
first.
It's just like
You had to box me, my boy. You had to fight me to walk out this door. You gonna have to fight me.
Right.
And my mom and my brothers. Like, you gonna have to get through a slew of niggas, right, for you to walk out this goddamn door.
Right.
Yes.
But
Every child deserves both parents.
Yes.
Every child.
I do believe that to the question, I believe that if you are going to have an abortion, you should tell the person to give them an opportunity to speak their piece, to say yay or nay.
Right.
And just to have that dialogue so that you're not keeping somebody in the dark, because I think that that's ultimately that's
Wrong.
it's not nice.
I'm back to situational. I'm back to situational.
I was just gonna
if
take
we're
it
in
back
a
there.
relationship, if we're like,
I was just
then
gonna do it,
I
yes.
kind of out of respect owe you something, but
What if y'all just like talking?
If y'all just accidentally,
hook up?
if that's one of your cut buddies, I still think like, hey, by the way, we had a fuck up. This happened.
Right.
Either
So-
way, it's still back to your point. It's
Yeah.
still the woman's choice. I'm just letting you know it's
Yeah.
Thursday. Hey,
Right.
my boy.
Yeah.
By the way,
Oh no, this is happening. I'm
just
just
so
letting
you know, just so it don't come up
Right,
later
right.
and you be looking crazy. FYI, it's just
Right,
a FYI. 'Cause
And
either
just
way,
let you know it
it's
works.
one
Just to
time.
let you know it works.
Right.
Some men don't even know. And I said this. We had this episode of Leo Love before.
Yeah.
And people gonna think I'm messed up.
And God
Judge
forbid,
me if you want to.
but before you even jump into that,
Yeah.
just real quick.
Right.
God forbid, if a woman gets raped, I don't think she has to tell, obviously.
yeah.
That's another thing.
Really, fuck that nigga. And if honestly, pull up on him and beat his ass too.
Right.
Especially with how the laws are now.
And when you
like,
do, pull up with him. You know what I'm saying? Pull up with a
He'll
Glock.
actually
I'm
have
coming to take your ass
rights.
out.
I know.
He have rights
He'll
to the
actually
kids.
have rights.
That is so
that is like
sick.
so disturbing.
Oh my goodness.
Disturbing.
But what were you gonna say? Go ahead. I just didn't want to forget
I
that.
was gonna say.
Kill that nigga.
I forgot.
We spoke about this on Leo
Oh,
Love.
we spoke about this on Leo Love.
I got you.
There's two things I have to say.
That's why we together.
I said this. I told Sean, and he disagreed with me. I said by the age of 25, if you are sexually active, I believe that you've either had an abortion or you have a baby. But because, and I'll say this because of in my mind, I think sometimes as a woman, it's like you have to know if you can get pregnant. I know that sounds messed up, but I said this, I said by the age of 25, you can call all your girlfriends. They've either had a baby or they've gotten an abortion. But if they were sexually active, then they got pregnant, whether by error, by mistake, because that was my belief. And as a woman that has a group of friends,
There's a lot of y'all.
It's a lot of us.
It's a big group.
To me, if you didn't get pregnant by 25, you need to look into it because usually something is wrong. And to me, that's my opinion. If you did a survey, and I told you we were gonna do a survey. If we did a survey of 100 women, I would say 98 of them by the age of 25.
Ooh, that's a
either
high
had
number.
An abortion or have a baby. But if they were sexually active, then they got pregnant. That's my.
Well, I'd be one of them too.
That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me too. I ain't had no issues since I was 17. No, since I was 19. I had no issues since then. But yeah.
So we're gonna end the show.
Yeah.
Hold on, before we end the show.
Let me make sure the camera's straight.
I would really love to do that survey.
I think you should.
Cause I'm sitting here thinking about like my friends, like that wasn't my, but I mean, I think I got pregnant at 26. 27, maybe 26 or 27. So shortly after your cutoff, but shortly after cutoff. But I hadn't, but I'm trying to right quick go through. I'm like, she's a teen mom, she's a teen mom. I'm like, no, I ain't her.
It's like if I go through it, I'll be like, okay, this is the girl from my neighborhood. Teen mom, teen mom. I went with her to get her abortion.
Yep.
Teen mom in college. Went with her to get her abortion.
Yep.
She got an abortion.
Yep.
Oh, she had the baby. Like literally, if I go through it, and then now I'm 30. I ain't telling my business, but now it's just like, oh, she didn't get an abortion or have a pregnant. She has to go to fertility clinics.
Oh.
Meaning,
I got
it's
you.
either if you were sexually active, because now the fertility cells don't start coming out to your 30s.
Yeah.
But then you're like, oh, they been sexually active since then, but they didn't have an abortion or get pregnant. But now they're suffering.
Yes. Okay.
Later on.
That makes
later
sense.
on. And
Okay.
so, yeah,
All right,
in
so-
my 30s, I realized that even more.
Yeah, I can see that because I got one that's in that situation and didn't realize until. Yeah.
But that's why I feel like women need to know. That's why I say by the age 25, I feel like because I feel like, I know this is the last thing.
No, it's okay.
Society designs us to have kids in our 30s, but our bodies say around 13, 14, 15.
Our bodies need to catch up with life. That ain't no more.
Because that's when we start. Because that's when we start menstruating.
Yeah.
Once we start menstruating, that means the body's ready
Yes.
to get pregnant. So I feel like out of curiosity,
they start at
sometimes
10 now.
you need to know.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like society says later, but our body, it's they mess us up.
Yeah.
They don't give a damn about.
That's one I'll go with society on though, because I don't want, my little girl was like 9, 10 when she had they start early now. It's
I was in the 4th grade.
Yeah. It's
young.
Yeah. They start, so our body ain't always got that right, because I don't want,
But that's
like,
but literally that's when your body says that it's physically
Right.
ready
yeah.
to have a baby.
Body's wrong on that though, but yeah. Body ain't
We're
right.
not doing that. It's ready, but we're not doing that.
Right, but we not doing that. I know you ready, but we're gonna put you on pause for a
Right.
My
minute.
sister turned 13 this year. We're not doing that.
Yeah. No.
I'll choke that mother. I'll choke her ass quick.
No.
Show her ass.
All
Wrap it
right,
up.
so we are going to end the show, but we're gonna ask the question one more time. All right, which way do we go? We'll go this way. Does he have a right to know?
Oh.
See, you ain't say a right. But I'm gonna answer.
Should he know? Does he have a right to know?
Okay, I'm gonna say yes.
You should know.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, depending on the situation, if you don't deserve to know, then no.
No, but what situation? Now you can't.
Okay.
The situation literally is if the woman feels like she will be in any kind of jeopardy, any kind of
Danger?
Okay. Any kind of him trying to stop her, any of those circumstances. If you don't trust that man, or it was a bad circumstance, a forced sex, rape, then he does not have a right.
So yeah, I'm sorry. I wasn't even going there. I was saying in my regular life.
Right.
Regular
Regular, like, yeah.
regular smeg life.
I'm on a
morally, yeah.
serious tilt when people out here really getting raped. Fuck that nigga for real. And honestly, if
Should
you do
die.
go
He
tell
should
him,
die.
pull up with I stand by this. If you gonna go tell him, shoot his ass and then tell
Yeah.
him. But in regular life, when
Yeah.
outside of that,
Non-criminal
outside
activity.
of the circumstances like that, I say yes. But in that circumstance, absolutely not. Fuck him.
I say, of course, he should know, and yeah. I mean, of course, if it's not a criminal act, anything forceful, you got to say that
You
shit.
gotta say, but you know
Because-
what? We're being real. My second situation was a bad criminal act situation, right? And the reason I told the person personally is just to let them know how disgusted and repulsed I was. And so because they were, crazy, I felt the need to tell them just so they can know I am getting an abortion so fast that it's just just so they could feel that disgust. So that's the reason. Even sometimes in a bad situation, if you want to tell too, you can be. It's your choice.
Yes.
It's the woman's choice, in my opinion.
All right.
I'm still on situational and not even the extreme situation.
Yeah.
If it's like, if I don't know you, like if I don't, I mean.
Once in a while.
Right,
If
if I
we
just
only
don't
hook
know-
up
yeah.
once in a while.
If it might complicate what we got already, like, why we ain't got to do this, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I'm still on not the extreme situational, but it's still situational for me, like.
I feel that.
All right, so we'll ask the question to you. Do you think your baby daddy should know?
Would have been.
Should know? No, let me stop.
Y'all so funny.
Do you think he should know if you're gonna have an abortion before you actually do it? So leave it in the comments. Yeah, that's it. We are gonna end this show. Thank you for watching. Subscribe. Follow us on Spotify. And of course, as always, anything you do in life, make sure you do it with love. That's it.
Y'all so cute.